Can you lose weight on a cruise ship? Well, I'm giving it a shot. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tony with Half to Lose, and I'm spending the next 7 days on the Norwegian Dawn. And, well, I want to share with you my day one food and exercise journal. Here we go. I'm sorry. That wasn't fair. That wasn't fair to hit you with that cruise view, but that's what I'm dealing with right now. I love that cruise life. And look, if you're here just for the weight loss and you're unfamiliar with who I am, I do a daily cruise show. I talk about cruising every day. So if you like to stay up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, go check out the La Lido Loca YouTube channel. I'll leave a link there. But that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to lose weight on a cruise. I'm going to be journaling my food and exercise for 7 days. So yesterday was a big day. It was embarkation day. I made my way onto the Norwegian Dawn, and well, let's just talk about some of the numbers. First and foremost, let's talk about the exercise. Primarily, the exercise that I'm going to be getting on the cruise ship is walking and climbing stairs. That's going to be my main mode of exercise. So my goal is trying to get somewhere between 6,000 and 10,000 steps every day. And naturally, that's going to happen on most days, but some days I may actually have to take an intentional walk or go to the gym for the treadmill, something like that. Embarkation day is not one of those days where you have to look for steps. Steps just come your way. A lot of things go on the first day of a cruise. You got to check in, you got to get to your cabin, and then naturally you're going to want to explore the cruise ship. And so certainly that's what I did. And by the end of the day, I ended up with 8,074 steps. How about that? That's a pretty good day for me. I usually average at home 2,000 to 4,000 steps, and that's even with some intentional walking. So to pop out 8,000 steps yesterday, that's a good day for me and a good start to the cruise. All right, let's move into the food journaling part of it. And just to set it up, I am currently on the Weight Watchers, the WW Personal Point System. And so that means that everything that I eat is assigned a point value, and based on some questions I answered when I joined the program and my current weight, they calculate how many points I can have in a day. And I'm sure you want to know how many points those are, but let me tell you what I ate yesterday and their point values, and then we'll see if I had any points left. Did I go over my points? We're building tension. Dun, 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 dun. All right, breakfast yesterday, here it is. Coffee. I'm still struggling to get away from my coffee with cream and sugar, iced coffee. It's the way I like to kick off my day. I'm trying to introduce just black coffee. I still got to work on that. I don't really like artificial sweeteners. And so, yeah, I'm having trouble breaking that coffee habit. But that's my breakfast. And that cost me 10 points yesterday. And I don't really like drinking my calories, but the only calories I will drink is this sweet and creamy coffee. It was delicious. I was getting ready to mention that I had that coffee at home, and it just triggered that I forgot to mention that I weighed in on my home scale before the cruise yesterday so that we can compare that when I get home. Yesterday on the home scale, 391 pounds even. I weighed with my clothes on, all that stuff, the same way I'll do it when I get home. So 391 pounds is the beginning weight. Coffee for breakfast, 10 points. Fast forward, I'm on the cruise ship, and I finally make my way to lunch. Here is my lunch. This is in a restaurant on Norwegian cruise ships called O'Sheehan's, also called The Local, depending which cruise ship that you're on. I looked at the menu, pretty interesting choices. I saw these sausage sliders, so I ordered that, and then I also ordered a Cobb salad with no egg, and I also got a side of balsamic vinaigrette to go on top of the Cobb salad. At the end of the day, I only ate one of those sausage sliders. It wasn't really as good as I thought they would be, but I only ate one. I'm trying to work on my portion control. The one slider cost me 11 points. That's pretty high. The salad cost me 6 points, and the balsamic vinaigrette 1 extra point. So my lunch total there was a total of 18 points. All right, on to dinner. And look, I didn't get to dinner until almost 7:45 last night. I had lunch almost as soon as I got on the cruise ship, about 1 p.m. And so that was a big old gap, and then I did a lot of walking in between. I was pretty hungry by the time I got to dinner. I went to the buffet because I wanted to be able to make some choices, and so I was really looking for some 0-point food. That's one of the things on Weight Watcher. You get 0-point food that doesn't count against your total, and I kind of wanted to save some points for a little late-night snack. That's part of my cruise ritual. So this is what I had. I had had the one salad plate there that had the lettuce, the tomatoes, the cucumbers, and some fat-free Italian dressing. The only thing I had to charge points for was that fat-free Italian dressing, 1 point. So that whole plate is basically 0. A lot of good raw type food. Then I wanted some protein, and it was prime rib night. More like, the prime rib was okay there. I had 3 ounces of prime rib. I didn't eat that whole piece. I also had the sauteed mushroom, squash, and zucchini. It had olive oil in it, so I made sure that I looked it up to see what sauteed was to get a point value there. Normally, mushroom, squash, and zucchini, if they were grilled or something on their own with no oil, they would be 0 points, but since they had some oil, I gave them a point value. And I also had a baked potato with nothing on it, which is another 0 point item for me. So 6 points for the prime rib, 2 points for the vegetables, 1 point for the fat-free Italian dressing, and then I also had some watermelon, which is 0 points for me. So my dinner total was only 9 points. And I did mention cruise rituals, just to give you some insight about who I am. I'm very content to do nothing during the day and come out and play at night on a cruise ship. I like to have a nice meal. I like to go to shows, to entertainment, all that kind of stuff that's going on in the evening. And then I like to go play craps. I like to go gamble, and craps is my game of choice. And then oftentimes at the end of the craps session, late into the night, I like to have a little late night snack. Again, I'm trying to only do that when I'm hungry, and I continued to be hungry last night. So I had my crap session. It went well. I was excited. I tested the fates and won, and I'm like, all right, let me go back to Oceans and see what they have for late night snack. Everybody's been talking about this Reuben sandwich. I'd had it on a previous ship, and it was delicious. So I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to jump in and have this Reuben. Now, again, portion control is a big deal for me. I committed to it in my mind before I sat down that whatever I had, I'm only going to have half of it. So I had half this Reuben, and I looked up the potato chips. I'm like, all right, let me see how many points are the potato chips. I still had points left. So last night, half of that Reuben sandwich was 12 points. There you go, bread and Thousand Island dressing, the meats. So Reuben sandwich, half of it, 12 points, and then the one package of Lay's, the 1 ounce of Lay's, 5 points. So my late night snack was 17 points in total. So did I go over my points? Did I stay under my points? Because really the key to this process is staying below your points. Well, I stayed under my points. Currently, based on my weight, I get 64 points each day. And yesterday, I only used 54 of those points. So I should have had 10 points left over. But as you'll see, I had 13 points left over because I got some extra points. I got extra points for exercise, extra points for eating my vegetables. And and of course there's a whole discussion out there, am I doing the right thing by not eating all of my points? But at the same time, I ate until I was satisfied. I wasn't hungry, but I wasn't stuffed. And so I think eating 13 more points maybe would have pushed me into feeling stuffed. So that's day 1 of the food and exercise journal. I do feel an interesting accountability by doing it this way. So I'm excited to put it out here. I don't know if this is helpful content, but if you're getting something out of it, please leave a comment and tell me if it's helpful, how it's helpful, and I'll continue to make this content if it's, like I said, if it's helpful. But I think it's helpful to me also as an accountability kind of thing. It'll be interesting to see what I weigh when I get home. This is Tony for Have to Lose, somewhere in the middle of the ocean on a cruise. And I don't know. It's that cruise life, baby. I can't. You can't beat it. Happy Monday, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. See you on the next video. Bye.